forever, I'm in my zone.
Welcome to another episode of In the Zone. I am your host, Chris Broussard. We've got another really great show for you today. We had none other than LaVar Ball in the house right here on this very chair for an interview, along with his middle son, LeAngelo Ball, who is in this year's draft. So we had a great conversation with them. Of course, as always, another exciting, intense debate with me and Jason McIntyre in Knockdown Jay. But first, I'm gonna hit you with this week's top 5. And look, we're all talking about, we're all wondering, we're all deliberating over where will LeBron James play next season. So this top 5 is about the 5 destinations that I would most like to see LeBron James go to. Not where I think he's going. It's where I would like to see him go most. So at number 5, the 5th place I'd like to see him go would be the Houston Rockets. They're very close. You know, they took the Warriors to 7 games. You give them LeBron James, and on paper, you would think they get on the hump, over the hump. But here's the issue. To get LeBron, it probably had to be an elaborate sign and trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers that would cost you, even if Cleveland's willing to do it, but it could cost you Eric Gordon. It could cost you not Trevor Ariza, but PJ Tucker. You'd lose a lot of your role players, some of your shooters. It wouldn't quite be the same team, and that's assuming they could even bring back Clint Capella. So this Houston team might look differently, but you would do it for LeBron James to have him with Chris Paul and James Harden. Number 4, the Los Angeles Lakers. And again, this is where I think he'll end up. But for me, it would be the 4th place I'd like to see him go. And we don't know who he goes with, but if he goes with Paul George, they're certainly a contender, even if that's all they have. If he goes with Paul George and Chris Paul, so say they sign Chris Paul and LeBron and then trade, even maybe before, they trade for Paul George, get rid of some of those young guys, Lonzo Ball, maybe Brandon Ingram, some others, throw in a contract to make it work financially, and they get Paul George. That's something special. That's something that would be exciting. 3rd on the list, another Western Conference team, San Antonio Spurs. Now, here's why I'd like to see him in San Antonio. All the players that LeBron is compared with historically, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They all had all-time great coaches that led them to either all of their championships or most of their championships. LeBron James has never had that. With all due respect to Eric Spoelstra, Ty Lue, all the coaches he's played for, good coaches, but never had an all-time great coach like the guys he's compared to. San Antonio, obviously you get that with Greg Popovich. We see how Greg Popovich makes the most out of role players, Patty Mills, Danny Green, Matt Bonner, Gary Neal at one point. I mean, guys that don't shine elsewhere, shine on the Spurs. You give them LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, assuming they work that out, of course, and LaMarcus Aldridge, and I guarantee that LeBron James will win at least one more title. Number 2, the Boston Celtics. There's a number of reasons to go here, one of which is that you stay in the Eastern Conference. If LeBron James goes to Boston, they're definitely in the NBA Finals. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, barring injuries. And here's the thing. LeBron would extend his streak of straight finals to 9, which is incredible, and 10 overall. And when he's talked about chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan. He's obviously not going to be undefeated in the finals. Who knows if he can win 6 titles. You've also got a great front office that you know is going to continue to improve the team because they'll be committed to it and they have the assets to do it. You've got a great coach, we all know, in Brad Stevens. You've got great young players and older veterans like Gordon Hayward, Al Horford. Now, unfortunately, you'd have to trade Kyrie Irving because we know he really doesn't want to play with LeBron James. That's why he left Cleveland in the first place. But I would be willing to do it as much as I like Kyrie to get LeBron James. And at number 1, the place I would most like to see LeBron James go. Not saying he goes there, but where I would like to see him go most, the Philadelphia 76ers. You could argue Boston's a better fit. I do think Boston is a more seamless fit, because Ben Simmons and LeBron, how do they work together? But I personally would like to see them try, because you got the great big man in Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons can run the point, and I was told LeBron would be willing and even like to play off the ball if he had a teammate who could make plays for other guys. Not just for himself, but for other guys. Ben Simmons can do that. Philadelphia has the size, the athleticism, and they have the shooting to compete with a Golden State in the finals. I would love to see that. So those are the top 5 places I would like to see LeBron James go. Man, it's an honor to have one of our best guests of all time, LaVar Ball.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I like the
Angelo Ball, the middle son.
Yep.
I know everybody wants to hear from your dad. I want to start with you. Lonzo, obviously, playing in the NBA. We know a lot about him. LaMelo seems to be the most colorful personality of the 3. Is that fair? It comes off that way, and people know about him. Tell me about yourself. You seem to be, I don't know if you're the quietest, but you're the least well-known in my opinion. So tell us about yourself.
I'm not quiet like that. I mean, when I get to know people, they always tell me I'm funny and stuff, and they say I'm the funniest. So I don't know. I guess when I warm up, that's how I am.
What your game? We know what Lonzo plays like. What is your game like? Your basketball game?
Well, I look at myself as a pure scorer. Like me and Zoe play way different. He been getting people involved, love passing, enhancing other people around him. But when I play, that's why I feel like I'll do good with him, because if I let her score and he let her give people the ball, I mean, it's gonna work out.
Now you a shooter. That's what I do know that about you. What about your, mid-range game, off the dribble, going to the hole, things, finishing at the rim? How's that?
I have all I mean, I take what they give me, and most of the time they sagging off or whatever, so I'm going to shoot it if you're not fully on me. So that's how I play. But I could do the other stuff. Like if you running out on me crazy, I'm going to go around you and stuff.
Okay. So I know you're in the draft. How confident are you? Because you guys have seen people saying you might not get drafted and things like that. How confident are you that you're going to get drafted?
I'm confident in myself knowing that I'm going to get picked. I mean, I've been working out for this all my life, so it's not going to shock me or whatever. So,
what are y'all hearing from teams? Like after the Lakers workout, did they talk to you? Did they say anything? Or?
No, I didn't talk to them too much, so I did good. Stuff like that.
If you don't get drafted, would you play in the JBA, the Junior Basketball Association, Jazz League? You wouldn't play in that. G League? Would you look at the G League or overseas or?
I play in the G League and nobody got me.
Okay. Or Summer League this summer if you
something to do to get into the NBA. Yeah.
Now, what about overseas? Would that be a possibility again?
I'm not looking forward to going back overseas. So hopefully I get picked. If not, get on a G League maybe or something like that.
G League would be the second option. Now, overseas, I read that you did well.
I could do good over there. I'm just saying, yeah.
The lifestyle
it's just different.
That was different over. Nothing to do in Lithuania except ball.
Yeah, there you go.
When y'all went over there, I thought it was, obviously it was, it was some people criticized it, some people said it was good. I thought there were negatives, but I also thought there were positives because I know how they play over there, and I felt like you could learn, both you and LaMelo could learn a lot over there about that would prepare you better for the NBA than college or high school.
I picked up some stuff from over there as far as like coming off of screens and stuff, being more physical, just stuff you wouldn't get in college really, because it's more of a pro type of stuff.
What type of year you think you would have had at UCLA?
If I would have played, I would have had a great year. I mean, everywhere I go, I feel like I'm going to do the best. I mean, that's what I train for. I'm not going to say I'm going to have a bad year.
What type of year? I know you want 30 points, something like that. NCAA
you
title.
Know what? It started off wrong. When you're recruiting, you're supposed to be wearing number 3. Just because your other guys stay there, now he wearing number 3. Now he can't wear number 2. He can't wear his brother's number either because somebody else got it. So basically, you guys is telling me you're not from the get-go. I'm looking at it raggedy. Second thing is you got him coming off the bench. Boy, supposed to be starting. How you not starting the best shooter on the team? So I knew it wasn't going to last because I was going to be furious from like, you guys are acting like this boy can't play.
Yeah.
He's a pure scorer. I mean, you got J.J. Redick playing for the Clippers. He wasn't the most athletic when he was starting. Why? Because he's a shooter.
Yeah.
When you can shoot and put the ball in the hole and you prove that you're the best shooter in practice or whatever, don't act like you're going to start all these other guys.
So you were killing in practice?
Yes.
Yeah, I was doing good in practice.
Why do you think, because Jello is ranked lower than the other Suns.
Well,
why is that?
The ranking is bogus. I mean, you rank Lonzo high because he did what? Went to Adidas Nation, went to these other political things. I didn't have Jello go to none of those. How do you not rank this boy high? And he the only guy that won 60 games in a row on the best team, best scorer in the nation. And you don't rank him, you rank him 200 or something? Who else got a resume like him? When Lonzo wasn't there, Jello still won another 30-something games, lost only 3. And you telling me and leading the team and scoring for 4 years in a row? And he not ranked higher than that because he doesn't do the political thing and go to Adidas Nation and go to McDonald's All-American and all this. That's fine. So now you don't give him this ranking. Look at the folks that's ranked. They're not better than him. Not even close.
Now, I know obviously you want to play basketball. I'm going to throw this out because Shannon Sharp has said it. And we've seen, you might know where I'm going. I don't know if he asked you this on Undisputed. We've seen great basketball players decide to play football. Tony Gonzalez, played basketball in college, decided to play. Antonio Gates, decided to play tight end in football. You were a tight end, right?
Yes.
In football. Would you ever consider that if basketball doesn't work out? Would you ever consider starting to work out as a football? Because what are you, 240, something like that? 230?
215.
215, okay. But you still, maybe receiver. Would you ever consider football?
Nah, I've been training basketball my whole life, so I'm
Y'all
trying to
never
work out
played
there.
football? You
I
never
could,
had to
though.
play football?
I'm cold at football, but I got hands, that's why. I mean, I'll be nice, but I'm just saying. I like basketball better. I played basketball my whole life.
Okay.
So I'm trying to stay over here.
All right, I got you. Now, the shoes, man, I said these are the best Big Baller brand, best looking ones I've seen. These are yours, right? What are they called again?
G3 Lux.
G3 Lux. All right, $495. That's the price for Big Baller.
$495.
Those are fresh, though. I like those. All right, so how did Lonzo's and LaMelo's shoes sell?
Their shoes sell what? Very good.
Okay.
Very good, man. All my boys, Triple B's is the new thing. They all going to sell good. Each shoe is going to get better than the next on the fact that we're going to make them better and better. We started off with Zoe, and now folks is like, oh, Melo shoe is killing Zoe's shoe. Now Jello shoe is killing all of them. Yeah. So we're going to get better as we keep doing this, and the styles are going to get better, and we're just going to get better at what we're doing.
Well, speaking of getting better, you know the big talk around town, really around the country, basketball-wise. LeBron James, everybody thinks he's coming to the Lakers. You said he's coming to the Lakers.
He's coming to the Lakers. Like I said, you can start calling him L.A. Bron. I said that a long time ago.
Okay, who else coming? Paul George. Who's coming with him? Anybody?
Who cares?
Paul George?
Paul George want to come. He wants to come.
Do you want Paul George?
Who don't want to come to L.A.? I want everybody. Shoot, whoever want to come, come. Lonzo ain't going to do nothing but make them all better.
All right, so he going to make LeBron James better. LeBron James already pretty good.
Lonzo will make him better.
How's he going to make him better?
That's what he does. Lonzo makes everybody better around him. Look at the Lakers, man. Brandon Ingram had his best career.
Well,
Lonzo,
it's been a short career.
Hold on. Julius Randle, best ever.
That's true.
Lonzo. Kyle Kuzma, he went to Utah. You didn't hear about him. Come over here with Lonzo, rookie of the year. All them guys that got drafted from UCLA, you don't hear nothing about them. Why? Because Lonzo ain't there no more. You ain't TJ Leaf, EK, you don't hear about nobody. Right. He makes everybody better. He's been doing that all his life. So you don't think you put Jello on the Lakers, Lonzo going to be better and Jello going to be better.
Well, all right.
Lakers say Lonzo need to get stronger and he needs to shoot better.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you a stronger and a better shooter.
Have you told that to Magic?
I told that to everybody.
So how often do you talk with Magic?
Every now and then, every once in a while, But we got a great relationship, man. Like I said, at least they will listen to some of the input that I have. Okay. I know more about my boys and the way they play more than anybody. So you can take what I'm telling you or not. If you want to be successful, my boys been winning a long time. They do win.
So you think, because last year when you said, Lonzo not playing enough in the fourth, Luke's lost the team, Luke Walton. A lot of people felt like, including myself, man, Magic got to talk to LaVar.
What are you going to tell me? I'm a grown
so
man.
did he never reached out to
He don't have to. That's Magic. He going to do his thing. The media going to flip it sideways, and you need to go talk to him, and you don't need to do nothing.
He ain't mad. You never got any.
We never
any
got
hint
any. Him never was
bothered.
butting heads. Because I'll tell you what, Magic is two things: a businessman and a winner. Ball boys are good for business, and we win. Like you put them expectations out there. If you don't put them out there, you don't have no goals. You're supposed to win 50 games. And the way I put 50 out there on the fact that you have 80 games in a season, I know my boy's better than winning at 50% wins. He's never been a 50% winner. He's always above that. So I figure he can squeeze out 10 more games somewhere without getting hurt. But if you don't know how to play him, he's been playing through high school, never been subbed. College, play the whole game. Don't play him 6 minutes here, rest him for 10 minutes, score 100 miles an hour again, take him out, put him in. That's new to him. And it's like, man, you got me going 100 miles an hour, then sit me down for 10, 15 minutes, and then bring me in the last quarter. How about just let me play 12 minutes last quarter without bringing me out? And watch, up 20, we're going to stay in the front, down 20, we're going to come get you. He's a winner. He's going to win. And that's why when I talked about the excuse for the Lakers was they're a very young team. I said, okay, now you got to put the blame on yourself too now, Luke, because you're a very young coach. Mm-hmm. And if you don't just blame them. It's a young man's game. You got all the young horses. But I said Luke is losing the team on the fact that people were coming to the sideline without high-fiving each other. Two things is going to happen when I said that. One is he's not going to do the job. They're going to bring somebody else in. Or they're going to band together and say, whoa, we're going to ride for our coach, and we're going to play together. And then they found out that guess what? You got to have a general. And he found out that Lonzo was the general. That's why they started doing better. And that's why the games that Lonzo missed, they didn't look good at all. But you say, okay, Lonzo's the guy. Not Brandon, not Julius, not Kuzma, I ain't saying the best on the team. I'm saying the guy that relates to everybody. To show you how good Lonzo makes people, Larry Nance and Clarkson look very good at the Lakers. You was like, man, that's the coldest suckers ever. We got a great trade. They go to Cleveland. They over in Cleveland looking raggedy as I don't know, like who put them in the league? LeBron didn't make them no better.
Nance had a few moments, but
LeBron didn't make them no better. Lonzo make them look like
Lonzo
they
makes players better than LeBron does.
Yes, you can tell. That's what he does. That's his gift, to make everybody better. Not just giving them the ball at the right time, but his demeanor that allows them to be easy going and flow and just be like, man, this guy right here. So I want to play with him.
Everything I hear from the teammates is that Lonzo's a great guy. We know he's got a great relationship with Kuzma. How do you talk to the players? Do they? Because obviously you've said things and people like, wow, how's that going to sit in the locker room? Mm-hmm. Do you have any relationship with the other Lakers and things like that?
I don't have a relationship with any of the guys, but sometime after the game, I'll talk to them.
And it's all good.
Even like I told Julius a long time ago, man, when he was coming off the bench, I said, you need to be starting. But hang in there. They're going to need you for the playoffs, man. That's what I told him way back in the day. And, just like Nance and Clarkson and all that, man. I look at Clarkson, I'm like, when he's with the Lakers, why are they playing him at the one? And no team in the NBA is going to play him at the one. He wanted to score. Mm-hmm. Now you taking Lonzo's minutes, flipping in and there, and I was like, there's too many people trying to do Kyle Kuzma, Randall, the other big guy, and Nance. There's too many people in one spot. So I was like, I said, Nance and what's the name got to go, and they end up going. And people looking at me like, whoa. And I said, Julius Randle got to start. He ended up starting and balling out of control. So, yeah. And then I said, you know what, Lopez and Lonzo was the only one that got him to play down that post. You 7 feet. He loved to shoot threes. I ain't saying don't shoot no threes, but you need more time down low. That's why the second half they did better, because he wasn't taking all those threes. Lonzo said, you get down there, I give you the ball. Yeah. And that's why he was like, they can't stop me. No, they can't stop you. Big shoulders down low. Take a three every now and then.
This time of year brings us two things: graduations and Father's Day, and the gifts that go along with them. Before you buy Dad another tie or that grad a balloon that will probably float away, ask yourself this: Does my dad or grad like wings or sports, or better yet, both? If the answer is yes, then get them a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card. Right now, if you purchase $30 worth or more in-store or online, they'll give you a $5 bonus to keep for yourself. That's a gift that gives back. How generous of you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Terms and conditions apply. Do you think Luke's a good coach? What do you think of Luke as a coach?
Luke is a good coach. I ain't got nothing. The media was like, LaVar don't like Luke. I like Luke. He's a good coach, but he was trying to please too many people. Okay, you can't do that. You got to have a rotation. You can't just be in all these games trying to figure out how you're going to, are we going to do good this time? We're going to do, no, have a set rotation. There's usually about 7, 8 guys. Anybody else want to play? We up 30, you in. We down 30, you in. But understand that he didn't know who his guy was. Should it be Brandon? Should it be Julius? Should it be Brooke? Should it be anybody? But should it be Lonzo, the guy coming in? But now he understands the general is Lonzo. Get a ball to Lonzo and let him make the decisions at the end if he's going to shoot or pass you the ball to shoot.
Now, like you said, Lonzo's obviously great with the ball in his hands. LeBron has been a guy that's got the ball in his hands a lot. How would that dynamic work? Would LeBron have to more play off the ball?
LeBron has never played with nobody like my son, which is Lonzo get the rebound. And before you think about dribbling, he's going to throw it to the other end, knowing LeBron can out-catch anybody. So LeBron, I'm just going to get on the wing. And then LeBron has got that IQ to like, Lonzo, dang, Lonzo's over there. I just got the rebound. He'll be like, oh, shoot, Lonzo. Now you got both of them throwing these long passes. They used to throw these long passes with him and Dwayne Wade, then they put him on the highlights. And I said, man, they playing just like my boys. Look at this. Look at this wonderful pass right over the top. Oh, my God, touchdown. So we doing that all day at Chino Hills.
If I ask you, look in the camera and give your recruiting pitch to LeBron James, to the Lakers.
My recruiting pitch to LeBron James is, if you want to do what's best for his career, you can't win 3 or 4 championships in Cleveland. To make you better than Michael Jordan, you have to say you've won a championship every team you've played on in the NBA. That makes you the best player ever. So if you want to come play with one of the best players ever, which is going to be Lonzo Ball and LiAngelo Ball, that's all we need. Zoe, Jello, LeBron, championship.
Do you think LeBron is better than Jordan?
LeBron is better than Jordan, heck yeah. But Jordan is the best of all times because of the winning.
But as a player.
But as a player going at each other, man, they're always going to say whoever wins the most is going to be the best. That boy went to the finals every time and never lost. That makes you the best. Me, one-on-one, never lost. That makes me the best.
Now, you said one-on-one you could beat Jordan.
One-on-one,
What about LeBron?
LeBron, I kill him too. I hate that he too slow. And I was way stronger than these guys. They lightweights. I was 270 benching 500 pounds. Jumping out the gym, 48-inch vertical with ease. So I know in my drive to win one-on-one, can't nobody beat me.
So if LeBron goes to the Lakers next year,
Yes.
regardless of who else is there, how do they finish the year?
If LeBron goes to, you do not give my sons the best player in the world, don't think they're going to win a championship? That's too easy.
So next year, championship.
Next year, championship. Next year, championship. You need Jello, though. You got to have that dead-eye shooter on the side that's just going to be like, you know what, we're going to win. We're going to stop people, and we're going to win. Jello, he'd have been like, yo, let me get KD, and Lonzo will be ready to double team at all times. And then we'll let LeBron roam and do his thing. We're going to get steals and, hey, lock up the people. They should have let me coach. They would have had a better chance of winning.
You want to coach. You want
What?
to coach the Lakers.
The only way I coach the Lakers, like I said before, the only way I coach them, all 3 of my boys in. And I'm only going to coach them 1 year just to show them how good I am.
Now, chances are, if all 3 of your boys make the NBA, chances are they're going to be on different teams.
Oh,
You know that.
No. Come on. Chances of coming in the league with his own brand, what's the chances of that? Slim none. Who's
they
in there
are-
like that? Your boy. I tell you what, I make so much money, man. These triple Bs, you know what they stand for? Billion, billion, billion. I buy my own goddamn team and go scoop them all up. How's that?
All right. Well, speaking of teams, you got the JBA coming
Yes.
up. LaMelo's playing in that.
Yes.
That starts in 2 weeks?
Yes, less than 2 weeks. On the
Okay.
21st, June 21st. You can go to jbaleague.com and get the schedule.
Now, the players, I know you wanted to be a league for guys that rather than have to go to college, they
Yes.
just come
One
out
and done.
get ready. Okay. Is that the type? Because I know most of the top high school players going
Man.
straight to college this year. What kind of players do you have
I
this year?
got the best players on the fact that I got 64 kids and every one of them got a story. They hungry. Some vices stop them from doing whatever to get to that. One kid, man, I got a kid, I don't know his name, 6'7", jump out the gym, shoot the jumper. His mom didn't turn in the paperwork that you have to go to college.
Where was he going to go?
I don't know. I was just like, I'm just watching him practice and play, man. I got another kid that's, sometimes he be thinking about some bad things that happen, but he about 6'10". You'll see him on the LA team. Can shoot, run, play like Brandon Ingram. Just a natural. But sometimes he had these vices. I think he had his sister died or something. So sometimes he gets in that low and be like, God dang. And I could see him doing that in class and people saying he don't give a F and he's not paying attention. But he loved that game of basketball. So you got to go to JUCO. He had about, they said 40 teams that wanted him when he was in high school.
Okay.
He's 6'10" and can shoot the three and run. Don't get tired. Jumping, you know. And another kid is I think he's better than Trey Young.
Oh, really?
5'10", you cannot stay in front of him. Got the floater, he got it all. He from Oaktown. And man, little buff sucker boy. But he gonna play with Melo and they gonna fall out loving him.
He's on the LA
yes,
team with Melo?
His name is
It sounds like
Niles Malone.
everybody you mentioned been on the LA team. It sounds like
Yes.
you stacked the LA
Yes.
team.
No, then they got another kid, 6'9", about 280, out of St. Louis. He played for the Atlanta team. They call him Big Jelly. Oh my God, you see this boy. I mean,
He a fat dude or something?
big country. He got them finger rolls. He got the jump hooks,
seen
the
this
jumper.
guy?
He
Okay,
cold.
okay,
He cold. I told him Zion better. He said Zion who? Shoot, he said he don't want to see me.
He big, but he can dribble.
Oh, really?
Yes,
How
like
tall
a
is
guard.
he?
He's 6'9".
Really?
But he thick.
So what's his story? How old is he?
He just turned 19.
So he's a year or two out of high school?
No,
Where'd
he was getting
JUCO?
out of high school now.
Okay.
He's 18. He's just turned. I think he just turned 19.
So let me
He was
ask you
supposed to
this.
graduate this year. He's like, man, I'm cool. I just want to ball, man. I love it.
All right.
So these guys got that passion, man. And like I said, some of them had these other vices which not going to allow you to play basketball because you have to go through a different lane. Now, if everybody been going this way to the club and I go to the back door, I say, hey, now y'all can get in here. A few people can go to the back and say, hey, and next thing you know, everybody can go that way. Then I open another club. That's what this is with the JBA.
Well, I was going to ask you about your boys, LaMelo and Jello. Why not go with them just the traditional route as far as finishing up high school, 1 year in college? And you say UCLA didn't start out well from the get-go,
right.
but, with Jello, because a lot of people have said, why not just have him go through high school, get recruited, and play 1 year of college?
Because we the big ballers. We do things our way. If things don't work out this way, we do something else and keep on moving. We was only there for one and done anyway. Like the guys that whatever happened with Jello, we had to do something different. Sometimes you got to take a step back and go forward. So check this out. Jello is the biggest name in the draft on the fact that the NCAA is not going to allow you to get this big because they're going to promote their university. But Jello, I mean, he worldwide on the fact that he took some sunglasses. Everybody in the world know him. So his name is out there. He got his own show. Ball in the Family got his own gear, G3, played overseas. I mean, the NCAA will not allow you to get that big. We're going to do a Foot Locker commercial, man. Jello's going to be in it. How's this guy in
You
it?
going to do a Foot Locker commercial?
Already done. You'll see
With
it.
Foot Locker? So I thought you said you
Yes.
wasn't going to put them in stores, the
What?
shoes.
The shoes are not in stores. But Jello is going to be in the commercial. How? And he ain't supposed to be drafted?
With Foot Locker?
We already did it.
We already did the commercial. You'll see it when it comes out.
When's it coming out?
It's coming out during the draft.
All right.
Just like Lonzo did it. Balls are good for business. Shoot, he ain't even in the top 10. He in there longer than everybody.
Now, I've said this. I obviously like you. But some people feel, they don't like your antics, and all
people,
that.
yeah,
and I have said that I think your sons, they need to be good enough in the NBA to outweigh the distraction that you bring. Whether good or bad, it's a distraction.
The distraction is for you guys. The distraction ain't to my boys. As you see, they keep on rolling.
Well, I mean for the team.
There ain't no distraction for the team.
Like Tebow. People felt like Tim Tebow, he was a distraction just because he was so popular and so people like, well, he should be playing.
Right.
And they felt like if he's not great, teams don't want him because they don't want a backup that is a celebrity. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm saying I felt like at times, man, the boys better be great because if they're coming off the bench and dad's like, yo, they should be starting, they should be averaging 20. It could be, that could keep them out of the league because people just wouldn't want that distraction. Have you ever thought about that, or what are your feelings on that?
You know what? My boys are gonna go where they're supposed to be. Whatever's gonna happen, they're gonna line up. They got great work ethic and the determination for them to get on the team. Somebody gonna believe in them. And so wherever they land, that's where they're supposed to be. And like I said, there's no distraction on that part. If you believe them, you don't worry about that. But my boys are superstars, all of them. So they're winners. They're going to win. Like I said, Lonzo being a distraction, me being a distraction, that's nothing. People at the inside that make the decisions, they know what my boys is about. And it's about that winning. And they're very good at what they do, which is play basketball. And a lot of people, sometimes haters, that's the ones who be like, well, he's getting too much this, too much that. Lonzo was the most talked about rookie ever. On the fact that I say he's the greatest ever and he's the best in this, and everybody want to be like, oh, LaVar is talking. But whether it happens or not, like being rookie of the year, I say he's going to be rookie of the year, but why wouldn't I say that? He's the best player. Now, everybody's saying,
good rookies this year.
Yeah, they all right.
Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons.
Here's what makes you a good rookie. You got to do something after that. Then they can talk about you as a rookie year. Who was a rookie? Exactly. Nobody knows.
Brogdon, Malcolm Brogdon.
Who?
In Milwaukee.
What's his name, though? I don't even know. Is he in the league? I don't know. I'm just saying that's how relevant Rookie of the Year is.
That's a good point. That's legit.
You can talk about Rookie of the Year when you talk about
cares.
Magic and the championship, and he had that one game where he won the championship. He did some things as a rookie, but who cares about Rookie of the Year? It's just a good momentum on your chest.
What did you think of Lonzo's rookie year?
I thought it was great. Check this out, man. That boy got 10, 7, and 7. That's as bad as he gonna get. He gonna do it but go up from there. He gonna do it but go up. I'd rather have him like Donovan Mitchell and Tatum. They better make them playoffs every year now. Rookie, baby. Hey, let's see where you go from there. Can you handle all that? Let's start at the bottom and everybody dogging you out. As opposed to starting at the top, everybody talking about how good you are, and then you're not starting doing too good. You start falling down. Then you start second-guessing yourself. I'd rather have Lonzo do the worst he ever did the first time coming up and go up from there, as opposed to being the best, and then you don't hear about him no more.
What? Now, I don't know what he shot. What did he shoot from the free throw line at UCLA? It wasn't that bad, right?
It wasn't that good. He wasn't at the free throw line.
So he wasn't. So he struggled. I was surprised how much he struggled at the free throw line.
The free throw line, he was just throwing the ball up there, man, and they don't know how to tell him, Lonzo, this is how they coach Lonzo, like this. Hey, Lonzo, you just got a repetition. It's okay. Settle down. Me, I would have told him, hey, man, put the ball in the hole and quit effing around. If you're going to play, play. If you're not, don't even do nothing, but let somebody else just pass the ball, man. They don't do him like that.
I know you've said publicly they need to coach him hard. Have you said that to them privately? Look,
well, I told him stop babying him. I said there's a way, but if that's not in you like that, he responds to that because that's the way I got him, I don't respond to him like, hey, well, Lonzo, what do you think, man? You're going to be all right, Steve Alford, a little more mild-mannered. Ain't nobody I told him when he went to Australia, I said he was raggedy because you never got on him for taking them raggedy shots and doing that stuff. You tell him go out there and get a win, and he'll go out there and get it, but you got to let him go out there and get it.
Now, what's he working on this? The jump shot is what everybody was saying. His form is going to stay the same. Is that
His form's definitely gonna stay the same. You know.
Okay.
Everybody who shoots the ball, I think out of all these great shooters, nobody shoots the same. Reggie Miller is like a push shot. Larry Bird on the side of his face. Jamal Wilkes around the head. McAdoo push. I mean, everybody perfect your shot.
The one thing I wondered, because I agree with you, from three, you shoot the way you shoot. But the mid-range off the dribble, which a lot of guys don't do that anymore.
His mid-range,
but that was the one thing I wondered, when he's on the mid-range, if he's got to swing it around.
No,
that can
his mid-range is a nice jump shot, and it's on the right
side. So that's
side.
is that a different form?
Shot.
So he shoots that differently.
He shoots a different shot when he shoots the mid-range.
Okay.
And he's always did like that, so.
So that won't be a problem.
That won't be. Here's the thing, when he's with his brother, he's more relaxed. That ball gonna drop in, because when they go to 24, they hang together. Anytime they're together, he don't miss no shots because he's at ease. Can you imagine him going to practice every day with his brother? So anything going wrong or whatever, he lean on him. What are you going to say if everybody else is like, hey, man, you heard what your dad said? He got his brother there. He like, man, Pops is crazy. They crazy. They thinking about this. He going to have a great time with Jello. It's a lot of things Lonzo got going on, clothing, his brand, about to have a baby. And if you're just riding by yourself all the time, you don't talk about that stuff. You ain't going to call me and be like, Dad, this is on my mind.
Yeah.
You're going to toughen it out. You're going to do your thing. But just like Zoe with the tattoos. I didn't know he got tattoos, but Lonzo told me before. He must have known. He was like, Dad, I'm about to get a tattoo. I was like, don't do that, son. Leave that stuff alone.
But
he got him. And then I found out why he got him. He said, I didn't want you that mad at Jello. And I wanted to say, I got him first.
So you got tattoos first?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell him?
Yeah.
So why didn't you tell your dad?
I knew he didn't like him.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to see him eventually. I just didn't know when.
So then Lonzo got him because Jello got him to support. Yeah. So
he said, I don't want you mad at both of them. So then, I was furious, and Lonzo called me and he said, you know what, Dad? At the end of the day, we still family. So you could be mad. Now, I was over in Lithuania when I saw him. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be over here, him trying to play ball, and now he walking around at me. Like, my dad's disgusted at me.
Yeah,
so now I said, son, come here. Let me see why you put them on there, because you ain't know. Tattoos have a story to tell. Mm-hmm. What story you gonna tell in Chino Hills? That you was on a river and hanging in the tree? I mean, you ain't talking nothing tough. So I'm like, but his reasoning for putting all that on his chest, looking like a wild man, is he looks down and everybody's doubting him, and he look at it like the lion, being in the situation over in China or whatever.
Okay.
So he got prevailed and his buddy that died. And I'm just like, okay. Then he was like, he had a star with his mom's initial and me over here, and it was just like, well, maybe you have to look at that every day to get you to say, you know what, I ain't listening to what nobody's saying, man. I'm going to do my thing.
So that's all on your chest?
It's all there.
You got sleeves? Because people say, I've talked to NBA players that said they had one or two and was like, yeah, I'm just going to get one more. Hey, but people say they addictive, and next thing I know, they got sleeves and all that.
They are. I got him before he got his sleeves. I got him.
You told him?
I told him.
No more?
Lonzo got him here. Next thing you know, he got born the ball here, and he got it here.
There you go.
I said, yo, Zo, I know you don't want to hear this, son, but that's enough. We not that. That's enough, man. I said, there's a reason everybody don't get endorsement deals from doing it. They all tatted up. That's not for that. You can't hold no baby in the hospital all tatted up with your arms and stuff. Now, Jello got the ones on his stomach, and then I had to give him the Hulk. Show him that other one, man. See? Tell him what to say, man.
Okay, that's a line. That's nice. That's a line with a ball. Built for this. Built for this. Okay. And
so you know what I told him?
Light my salvation. Okay, whom shall I see?
I said, son, that's enough. I got to tell you to stop now before you get it on your neck and on your arms.
Addictive. They're
addictive, but that's how you do it. But I told him, I said, hey, son, both of y'all.
You done?
Done. I told him they done. I said, man, no more. I know he wants something on his arms or something like that, man, on his back or something, but I'm like, no, that's enough, son. I told him and that. I said, y'all, I know y'all grown men, y'all your own guy, but listen to me, son. That is enough. Because like you said, you're going to get one, you're going to get two, you're going to keep going. This is what it is.
That's what people have wondered, and I've wondered. So at what point is there ever a time when we're thinking Lonzo at this point, because he's the adult, making his own money, has his own job. can he come to you and say, I want to do something differently, or I don't, you know what I mean?
Well,
like
disagree
with you, basically.
He's not going to come to me and say, I want to do something differently. It's just going to do it. Like Jello know I don't like tattoos. He went and did it anyway. So people talking about be your own man. They are their own man. Okay. All I can do is advise them, and they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So I just be like, nah, son, you shouldn't do this just because of this. I tell him, my dad ain't got no tats. I ain't got no tats. Yeah. But you know the fact I don't like him, you go get him anyway? What else can I do? You're still my son. Yeah. I can't knock you out talking about, I told you don't get him, but you still got him. Yeah. You know, Lonzo the same thing. But I can tell him, like, hey, man, don't do that no more. They might take that and be like, okay, I ain't going to do it no more.
So that's a revelation to a lot, because a lot of people feel like Lonzo was just doing everything you said. You know what I mean? Like,
but why wouldn't Lonzo do the things that I've taught him if I'm the one who bred him like that? So his likings are the same as my likings. Mm-hmm. So if I've always steered him the right way, why would he go negative on me now? Say, man, my dad's always had me do the right thing. So there's no second guessing if I've been 20 years right.
Did he ever come to you during the season
Never.
And say, Dad, you shouldn't have said that?
I don't have that type of son. I don't have that type of son.
Does he even say anything about it?
What are you going to say about it? He know how we roll. We roll together. He don't come home. Don't be complaining. Don't be doing nothing to me. But he's not like that. He's fine. You guys on the outside is like, oh, it's got to be bothering him. It's got to be this. And like I was telling him about the training. I was just talking to Shannon Sharp. He said, you can't run no heels during the season. We did that when we was playing. Chino Hills, never get hurt. Condition your legs to do all this running. Now, they don't do no running like that.
So you felt like because there was talk that Lonzo was out of shape, you know, early in the season, he's the stamina. You felt they weren't pushing him hard enough.
They wasn't pushing him hard enough on the fact that you're not doing no conditioning. You ain't doing no strength training with no real weights. You're doing rubber band training and with the balls. Just like they was talking about the trainer over there. What's his name? Gunner. I said, man, you ain't trained no killers. You train Kardashians and Sylvester Stallone. Them are Hollywood. Bounce on the rubber balls and rubber bands. I want you to see some dudes. I want to see some dudes you train that got bigger. And don't act like you're the best trainer, because Julius Randle didn't train with you. Mm-hmm. Brandon Ingram didn't train with you. Now all of a sudden my son, I got a great program for him. You ain't going to make no name off my son. You ain't going to make no name off. I had him better than that when he got here. Bigger, stronger, and you break him up. Now, I like to work around the problem. You the problem. You a Hollywood trainer. You go back to Hollywood.
Have you ever heard your dad say something and kind of wince like, ooh, wow. No. I wish he wouldn't have said that, or wow, he said that, or?
No, I already know how he talk. I mean, what he saying got nothing to do with me, really. I mean, he gonna say what he want to say.
Now, none of y'all, I don't know, maybe LaMelo, I don't know if I'm wrong about Melo. You and Lonzo, though, seem quiet. Or at least, like you said, you're not quiet, but you don't have the public persona like your dad. Why is that?
I just gotta get used to people. I don't go in loving everybody like that. I mean, if I don't know you, I'm not gonna.
So you kind of like that with your like boys and your friends, but just publicly.
Publicly? I mean, if you ask me something, I'm gonna answer it. I'm not gonna be shy or nothing, but I don't know. It's just how I am.
I say the upbringing. You up in South Central, it's a different breeding. Chino Hills is different. If you ain't never been, braggadocious, trying to be the best player in the neighborhood, ain't really no neighborhood like that in Chino Hills. It's like, man, come on by my house. We have some dinner, get on the computer, play some video games, whatever you want to do. But we ain't going down to the local park and all the brothers from the hood is down there. You're not going to do that. And you got to be forceful to be on the court, and when you're winning, you got to be kind of crazy. You can't just be like, oh, we won. And my boys were not put in that environment, but I've taught them how to win and be dominant. Mm-hmm. So that's why my craziest one, look how funny this is. They so quiet and mild-mannered. And the wildest one don't have the tattoos.
Yeah.
Melo was like, both of them, Dad. I know I'm the best because I'm like you. Me and you don't have no tats. But these two, you got to watch those guys with tattoos. That's what Melo told me. I said, man, you something else, man.
So you've always been like this. When you were growing up in South Central, you were the same?
I was always loud, always the best one.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say?
What I want to say is, Everybody come to jbaleague.com on the fact that it wasn't supposed to be no league. I said, man, the show is a lot of people here today for something that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, you got your own league, man. It sounded like it was crazy back in December, but now it's here. And they got to learn the hard way. We're going to get some folks out of this league, and they're going to look back and say, man, this dude is just making history. And that's all I'm doing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Leangelo, thank you, man. Good luck with everything.
Yes.
Of course, LaVar, thanks.
Yeah, we good. We good, man.
And good luck with the JBA, man, and the draft.
Thanks.
All right, here we go with another segment of Knockdown Jay, my man Jason McIntyre. Good to have you in here.
Great to be here again, Chris.
All right, what you got for me?
Oh, boy.
Make it good.
What don't I have?
Into free agency,
What
the
don't I
draft.
have? Yeah.
You should have some good
After
stuff.
that scintillating finals, right? I mean, geez, so much basketball to talk about. Let's start with your buddy LeBron. I don't know, are you guys having dinner anytime soon when he's out here in L.A., as I've been saying for 11 months now?
Yeah, you really got that scoop.
Now, you strangely have LeBron as like the fourth best fit with the Lakers.
No. I had the Lakers as the fourth place I'd like to see him go. It had nothing to do with fit. I do think he probably ends up with the Lakers because I think it's the best combination of family and winning, potentially. So I think that's
listen,
probably
there's a lot of hypotheticals. Maybe Kawhi's in play, maybe Chris Paul. For now, let's just stick with the two max slots. LeBron and Paul George go to the Lakers.
Okay, that's the most likeliest anyway.
And, you've got the ancillary players, Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, Josh Hart coming off the bench. Like, you got a solid group of players there. I got to ask, they won, I believe, 35 games this past season. Is it too much of a reach if I tell you, Chris, LeBron and Paul George make the Lakers the favorites in the West? Yes.
Are you
ahead of the
telling me
Golden
that?
State Warriors. I am telling you that. I'll give one stat before we jump in. In the modern era, no team has gone to the finals 5 years in a row. Not the Miami Heat, not the Cavs, not the Lakers, not the Celtics, not the Pistons, not the Bulls. Nobody's done it. The wear and tear on body and mind and the dissension in the ranks, it happens everywhere. Warriors are going for their fifth straight trip to the finals next year. And we just saw them almost lose in 7 to a Houston team that featured wing guys like Trevor Ariza and P.J. Tucker and Eric Gordon. Listen, man, they were up 11 at the half on the Warriors in Game 7. I think this Lakers supporting cast is going to be good. I would make LeBron the favorite in the West next year.
Let me ask you this. In the modern era, have we ever seen two teams meet in 4 straight finals? Or any era, not just the modern era.
I don't know.
No, we just saw it for the first time.
Okay.
So it's a season of firsts.
Oh, okay. So you're saying this is going to be another first.
No, yeah. The challenge for the Warriors, if that's all the Lakers do, if they only get LeBron and Paul George.
Only get two top 15
they're
players.
A contender. There's no question. And they could get there. They could. I wouldn't be shocked if they upset Golden State. But the favorite. No. The favorite is still the Golden State Warriors. Here's why. The Golden State Warriors' biggest opponent next year is going to be themselves.
Yes.
It's not anybody else. It's not even Houston. As good as Houston is, as much as Houston pushed them, it is the Warriors themselves. And here's the thing. Because remember, they're all young. They're all still in their prime. And they've only won 2 straight. They haven't even three-peated, which we've seen several teams do. I mean, the Kobe, Shaq, Lakers, and Michael Jordan most recently. They've three-peated. So I think if LeBron and Paul George go to the Lakers, that will heal the potential lack of motivation problem with the Warriors. Like if they go to the Lakers, the Warriors all of a sudden are hyped.
Well, it's easy to say that, Chris, but they just loafed through the entire season.
But this year, who was there? Even Houston.
65 wins?
Yeah, but that was accumulating. It wasn't like initially everybody thought, oh, wow, Houston's going to be challenging them because they got Chris Paul.
And they did.
We didn't see till later in the season that, okay, Houston may be a really legit contender. We would know from jump, LeBron and Paul George and the other players they have, the Lakers are going to be legit. Now, do I expect that to lift the Warriors to go out and win 65, 70 games? No. Yeah. I think they'll still somewhat cruise and maybe win 60, 62 games, something like that. But come playoff time, I still think they would be the best team. Now, I'm with you. Anytime you get LeBron, that's true. Paul George is number 2, and they would have some good players. They would be up there.
Yeah, a lot. By the way,
but
a
I
lot
would favor
of
Golden State. That's all I'm saying.
Paul George in the Twitter streets. I mean, I hate seeing people go after him. Oh, what has he done? Is he that good? Listen, man. People playing with Russell Westbrook and then leave. We've seen them get demonstrably better. Okay, that happens. And you're talking about LeBron.
Hold on. Paul George is not going to get much better than what he did last year. He had a
playing
good
with
season
LeBron
last year.
James?
What do you expect him to do?
He averaged 21 and he shot 40% from 3.
What do you expect him to do?
I think he could be a better
all-around player. He shot a career high
player.
from 3.
Yes, career.
He played great defense.
I think he could be a better player with LeBron.
What else will he do?
I think he could be like an all-defensive second-team
He's
guy.
He's that now. He's that level now.
Well, he was good at defense most of the season, and then they lost Andre Robertson. And you saw him take a little step back because he had to shoulder the defensive burden and then do a lot offensively.
Paul George is a great defender. He's become a very good three-point shooter.
Totally.
He's going to average always around 21, 22 points a game, whether he's with LeBron, Westbrook, whoever. I'm just saying he's not going to get much. He is what he is, which is a perennial all-star
top
talent.
15 player in the league.
15-ish, yeah.
So you're getting 2 top 15 guys. And just one last thing. Hunger and motivation are 2 things we saw with the Rockets a lot. Chris Paul wanted it. James Harden, for a while, wanted it. P.J. Tucker never wanted it. Well, he ended up struggling in the final 2 games without Chris Paul.
That doesn't mean he didn't want it.
Hey, he didn't play that well.
I mean,
he was playing better early in the series.
Kevin Durant had his struggles. Steph Curry had his poor games. The only one that doesn't really have bad games is LeBron James. And any superstar is prone to having bad games.
And LeBron has seen that parade where these guys were taking shots, a lot of negative signs. LeBron's got a lot of motivation to overtake these Warriors. Again,
yeah, of course.
They interrupted his legacy. His entire last 5 years has been totally interrupted by Curry and now Durant.
Of course he's going to be motivated. Okay. He wants to chase Michael Jordan, so he had motivation this year. Look, I'm with you in saying the Lakers will be legit, and they will have a shot. No, I don't think anybody in their right mind would say they're the favorites.
Well, I'm in my right mind, Chris.
No, you're not. You're never in your right mind. That's why you're J Mac, and you get knocked down.
So do we want to move on? I think we'll go to the Celtics.
They would be really good.
Okay.
They would be really good, but not the
Celtics.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving this week making news, not just because of the flat Earth nonsense or his Uncle Drew movie.
I'm looking forwd to seeing Uncle Drew.
Okay.
I know you're going to bring your son.
I will see Uncle Drew.
I thought you were going to say the Earth is flat. No.
Yeah, don't go there, please.
I've seen pictures of the globe, but I get it. I can't even imagine the Earth being flat. Where would the water go? Like, what would be underneath?
It feels like he's doing this to promote his movie.
But I think there are. I haven't studied it, but I do think there are. I think Kyrie's actually intelligent. But I think there are other intelligent people that really believe this.
There's a lot of that.
I don't get why. Because the Egyptians knew the Earth was circular.
The Egyptian reference.
The Bible says the Earth is circular.
Nicely done. All right, so for basketball. Listen, the Celtics won 55 games. Kyrie was hurt the final 20, missed the playoffs. They still went to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And now Kyrie says he's not going to sign an extension, which is understandable, given he's got a lot of money. He can make a lot more money. He could
lose $80 to $100 million if he signed the extension.
So it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So we all get that.
But as, when this happens, there's chatter. Maybe that he wants to play for the Knicks. He's a Jersey guy. I got to just put it to you, Chris. What do you think the Celtics should do with Kyrie? He's got 1 year left. I would assume the choices are trade him, but that's going to be tough because he's got to go somewhere where he's going to sign. Okay?
He could control that process.
Do you just wait until next year? And personally, that's my choice. I think this team, Chris, I think they're going to get to the NBA Finals. I think they're going to win about 65 games with Gordon Hayward, the young guys, Kyrie. This team's loaded. Why would Boston panic now and do something foolish? The East is basically Boston and Philly when LeBron leaves, right? Unless you want to toss the Bucks in there or the Wizards.
Bucks are going to be much improved with Mike Budenholzer.
We'll see.
They're going to be good.
I think the Celtics will be the unquestioned favorites in the East. Why would you panic on Kyrie now? Just wait till you get to the finals.
I don't think it's panicking because look, Kyrie, it's so many factors in here. And here's the thing you didn't mention. When he gave the Cavaliers a list of teams he would want them to trade him to, guess who wasn't on that list?
Boston.
New York, San Antonio, Miami, Minnesota. Okay? Well, Kyrie's about basketball, so he saw Karl
Jimmy
Anthony
Butler's
Towns,
tight with Jimmy
Butler, Andrew Wiggins. So that's something you have to think of. So here's what I do. First of all, let's just get this out of the way. If LeBron James wanted to go to Boston, and I think they would be the second best place I'd like to see him go, because I'd like to see him stay in the East. If he wanted to go to Boston, even you saw Kyrie's response when he was asked
He don't
about
wanna
that.
play with LeBron
on Tuesday.
again. He
No,
already did that.
He was like, I've seen everything in this league, whatever management does, we'll see what they do. Like, he clearly didn't endorse LeBron coming there and playing with him. So I would trade Kyrie Irving. Hold on. If I could get LeBron James,
Hold on, timeout. We need a timeout. We have said on this podcast all season, Boston has like a 10-year window of dominance in the East. All their young guys.
I've not. Who said that?
I've said that.
Dominance?
Oh, they're going to run
Have you
the
heard of
East.
Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons?
Stop it. My gosh, they just trounced them in the second round. It wasn't close.
No,
Without
it was
Kyrie.
Let me tell you how
Without
close
Gordon
it was.
Hayward.
Let me tell you how close it was. Anybody that watched that series knows it could have been 4-1 the other way.
It was almost 4-1, but it was not almost 4-1.
They were young guys that didn't know how to win.
Yeah. And the
Okay?
Celtics were missing
They
their
will
best
learn
two
how to
players.
win.
Chris.
Well, we don't know who's going to be their best players. Jason Tatum is going to be better than Gordon
Eventually,
Hayward.
maybe in a few years.
Maybe next year.
So, Chris,
maybe.
why would you take on LeBron when you're
Because
going to have
it's
to give
about
up?
winning right. What would you have to give up? Kyrie Irving. That's it.
not going to get you LeBron.
If you could do a 3-team trade, Kyrie, we already showed how he's got affinity for the Knicks. So you could send Kyrie to the Knicks, LeBron to the Celtics, and then the Cavaliers could get assets.
What assets
They could
is
get
Boston
a player,
giving up?
Marcus Smart, Marcus Morris. They could get a draft pick. The Celtics got draft picks
okay,
galore.
now that's different. I didn't think that. I thought you'd have to give up Tatum or Jalen Brown
No, why?
or that Kings pick.
No, I wouldn't have to give up. I might give up the Kings pick.
That could be the number one pick
I
next
get
year.
LeBron James, and how many picks do I need? If I get LeBron James, I've got Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Terry Rozier, Al Horford, Gordon Hayward. I mean, come on. So in that instance, I think you've already agreed to that.
So if you don't have to give up Tatum
you
or
don't
Brown.
have to.
Okay, all right. I think that's a little pie in the sky.
Why? Cleveland's going to be desperate.
Marcus Morris?
Cleveland will have no choice. It's either lose LeBron for nothing or get some good young players, and more importantly,
But the
draft
guys
picks.
you just mentioned aren't very good. You're going to have to pay
Marcus Smart?
You're going to have to pay him a lot of money. They're already in the luxury tax. They're not paying Marcus Smart.
Morris. And
What
here's
is
the
he?
thing.
What's Marcus Morris?
It means getting draft picks, a Sacramento
Well,
pick.
that's the thing. I don't think Danny Ainge is parting with that Sacramento pick.
Why not? For LeBron James and a chance to win it right now. Danny Ainge is
They
about
almost
now.
just got to the finals. They were one
Almost
game
does
away.
not cut it.
Without their two
That's
best
a
players.
franchise that has 17 championships.
Chris, let me put you on the
Almost
spot.
does not cut
If
it.
Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving are healthy, who wins the Eastern Conference Finals that we just had?
Is it about winning the East?
Wait, no. Answer the question.
I don't know what the East is going to look like. I mean, seriously. We don't know if LeBron goes to Philly. Does he go to Boston? What? We don't know. And I don't put them ahead of Golden State, even if they get there. Now, they're going to be good no matter what, but if you get LeBron James, you're definitely in the finals. And you don't have to risk losing Kyrie Irving for nothing. So number one,
guess it
in
depends what you
my
gotta give
opinion, if I can get LeBron, I'm willing to trade Kyrie. Secondly, even let's say LeBron's out of the picture. I'm Danny Ainge. I've got to have a heart-to-heart sit down with Kyrie pronto and be like, look, I understand why you're not going to sign the extension. We get that. But are you committed long-term to the Celtics?
He's not going to give an answer. LeBron's
Why
never
not?
given that answer.
He's not LeBron James, okay? You're not LeBron James.
Okay,
And
how
so
about this? Let me ask you.
if he won't, I want to know. And if you can't commit, why wouldn't you? We got a great coach. We got a great organization. We're, a good
promises
city.
are meant to be
no,
broken,
listen to me.
Chris.
A good city. We can, like you said, we can contend
city, Boston.
for the next 10 years. So if you won't commit to that, then if I'm Danny Ainge, I'm not risking losing him for nothing.
Kyrie could lie and say, yeah, I'm good. But let me ask you, it was the Spurs on Kyrie's list.
Yes.
So what about Kyrie for Kawhi?
I need a point guard. I would try to trade Gordon Hayward for Kawhi.
There's no way they're not giving up Hayward. Coming off the injury?
Why not?
They're
not. Hold on, they're not giving up.
Well, I'm sorry.
Boston would not trade him.
I don't think any team's trading for Gordon Hayward coming off the injury.
If I'm San Antonio and Kawhi Leonard has told me I'm leaving, you got one more. If you want to keep me this year, I'll play it out. If not, trade me.
I would take Kyrie over Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, but if I'm Boston, maybe I don't want to give you Kyrie. So I say we'll give you Gordon Hayward, Sacramento pick, whatever.
But that's
I
the
would rather
problem.
get Kawhi.
You can't lowball
I would rather
them when
keep Kyrie.
You can't lowball the Spurs when the 76ers will chase Kawhi. We don't know if the Lakers could chase the Houston
who
Rockets.
Who the 76ers going to give you that's better than Gordon Hayward? And a number one pick.
They've got draft picks
and a lottery pick from Sacramento.
They've got draft picks.
Do they have that?
Dario
Do they have
Saric,
Sacramento's
who's cheap.
pick? Is he Gordon Hayward?
He's not, but
Okay.
Dario Saric, I mean, I don't know if you want to toss in Covington.
Is he Gordon Hayward?
Markelle Fultz. There's options.
But there's a pick.
Gordon Hayward's
they
coming
could
off
put
a
together
major
a decent
injury.
They could
major.
Put,
I think there's a
wasn't that
decent
major.
package that could
All
be
right,
had
the
there.
bottom line is I would consider trading Kyrie. I wouldn't I
So-
would
so
trade
right
him if
this
I'm
summer.
If I get LeBron, I would trade him.
So you would trade him this summer?
If I get LeBron, I would trade him. If it's not LeBron, I would look into it because I don't want to risk losing him for nothing. Now, I'm not saying I definitely would trade him, but I would look into it.
Just off the discussion, the heart-to-heart.
I have to find out. All right, there's no reason not to be committed to Boston. There's none. We're a great historical franchise. We got great talent around you. We got a fantastic coach, great front office. We can win. It's a great city. Like, what in the world wouldn't you want? That tells me you want to go elsewhere. So instead of risk losing you for nothing, I may trade you now. I don't know. I wouldn't play it out and just say, let's see if we can win it. Because if we don't win it, Kyrie could leave. And even if you do win it, he might leave because he left Cleveland.
Okay, my final counter, I know we're running out of time. It just feels like Boston's never going to go with what their group is. They're always looking to upgrade or
Danny
trade.
Ainge does that.
At some point,
He's done that his entire front office
At some
career.
point, though, you got to just go with your crew. Like this group they got, can they win 65 games next year?
I don't care about 65
And
games.
get to the
I care about
finals.
the championship.
Yeah.
That's what I care about. And that's what Boston cares
All right,
about.
let's wrap up on this note with your new good buddy, your old good buddy, LaVar Ball. His son, who didn't make first team All-Rookie, came out with a diss track for some reason. A diss track! Lonzo Ball's played 51 games and he's dissing his
You know
teammate.
what a diss track is?
I'm vaguely familiar with what a diss track is. Chris, listen, initially I didn't think, okay, this isn't a big deal. And then you guys started telling me about the Kuzma dig at his father that he doesn't know. And I started thinking about the D'Angelo Russell, Nick Young, what happened with the filming and the social media. And it's just not a good look for the Lakers. You know? You got all these guys getting in the gym, going on Instagram, talking about how hard they're working, young guys, Donovan Mitchell, Victor Oladipo. And you got Lonzo Ball out here who kind of just feels fat and happy to be in the NBA and be a star. And he's
because
putting out,
he made a music
he made
video?
a diss track and a music video that he put a lot of time into, clearly.
Okay.
Listen, I wrote last month on the website, I think they're going to trade Lonzo Ball. And then this is added to it. And it just shows an immaturity level that I don't think the Lakers or LeBron want. Where do you stand on the diss track,
Look,
Chris? I mean,
first of all-
let me add this. If I come out with a diss track this summer about Chris Broussard
I don't think anybody
and
can
in the
picture you
zone, and I'm
rapping.
just like, yo, diss track, and
What
blah,
kind of
blah,
rapper
blah.
would you
and
be,
there's a
Weird Al
video.
Yankovic?
You got to hear the laughter in this room. Am I getting invited back to the podcast next year? Or is that
your
like
diss track would be so weak that
It-
I'd
it'd be
welcome
like
you
Pusha
in.
T,
We
right?
make it a theme song. Nah, Pusha T is Pusha T.
Team
He's
Drake.
a legitimate rapper.
Continue.
All right.
I'm a legitimate person.
Yeah, you are. You are
Thank
a
you.
legitimate person.
Okay.
Not rapper, not hooper, none of that.
We'll find out about the hooping, huh?
We know. No, we ain't nothing to find out. All right, look. The diss track, first let me address you saying, oh, other players are working hard and Lonzo's in the, rapping, making videos. These guys, you can't work out 10 hours a day.
The hell you
can.
can.
You have other lives. LeBron James is a freaking business mogul. You think he works out as hard as anybody. You still have time for other things. Shaquille O'Neal made Kazam, Blue Chips.
Are you comparing movies to a diss track of your own teammate?
No, my point is you said he should just be in the gym, not making videos, as if You can't.
Shaq had won titles. LeBron had won.
Not when he made Kazam.
Lonzo shot 30%. Get out of the studio and get in the gym. Give me a break. Stop
Shaq
defending
made
LaVar Ball.
Kazam.
You're embarrassing yourself, Chris.
Jeez.
Oh, you got sorry
me.
to sound off,
He's
but I mean,
mad.
come
he
on.
got me. He shut me down.
Come on.
Listen, all I'm saying is there are times to do other things.
Okay.
That's it. Kobe rapped before he won a title. He had the 8th Wonder beat. All that. You don't know nothing about that.
I don't know anything
hip-hop
about
head,
that. I didn't
dude.
know about that dance move.
Watch Get Down. Maybe you
shake.
learn something about hip hop.
Okay, I'll put that on the Netflix queue.
Anyway, my point is this. They have tons of time. You can do other things.
So this is nothing.
So listen to me. Stop interrupting.
Okay.
I'm just saying the actual time it took to write a diss track, to make a mixtape, to make a music video, that's not a problem. That's all I'm saying. You can work hard at your game and do these other things. Now, the diss track, he and Kyle Kuzma have been boys.
Yep.
They've been going back all year. They have
They
fun
live
with each
close
other.
to each other out here. They're
they're
tight, yeah.
But so I don't have a problem with a fun-loving diss track. However, I do think it went too far when he said, you don't know your dad, so you being sunned. Now you being sunned, whatever the line was. I think Lonzo thought he was being clever, and you don't know your dad, but now you being sunned. He thought it was a clever line, but that was too personal.
Okay, let me ask this.
That hit below the
Sorry
belt
to
because anybody that doesn't know their dad, I imagine it's a sore spot and it bothers you.
Was this a reaction to something Kuzma did, or he just came out of the blue?
They just.
I know
like
they
I said,
comment on
the
stuff,
diss
but-
track in general. I just think that one line went too far. And now maybe Kuzma doesn't feel that way. I don't know. If Kuzma's fine with it, then I don't think it'll be a big deal. You're right. It does look kind of amateur hour and why are you doing this and
you're
that.
on the Lakers,
but
man.
if Kuzma's not, if Kuzma's fine with it, then I think it could be okay. It could be okay.
How's the Ben Simmons diss track? What does his sound like? How about Donovan Mitchell? How's his?
I mean, this is a different era.
Jason Tatum got a diss track yet? This is embarrassing, man.
Well, no, you can rap. Allen Iverson rapped. Chris Webber rapped. You know, Kobe, as I said, like putting out a mixtape is not the problem.
Okay.
The problem is how Kuzma takes, and it's not a good look for the Lakers. You're right.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not a good look for the Lakers, but
If you're
I don't know.
and if you're Magic Johnson, put your Magic Johnson jersey on. I'll loan you mine. Okay. You got LaVar Ball running his mouth about Luke Walton and all this stuff all season. You now have Lonzo, who Magic gassed up at the press conference last year after they drafted him, putting out a diss track. Is everything adding up to, man, let's just move on from this ball?
Not
nonsense.
yet. I mean, look, if
you could get a star,
if LeBron's
bye.
coming, and it's just like, look, you gotta move line, then you move.
Okay, another question.
But if LeBron is fine with Lonzo being there, then I don't trade him immediately. I think Lonzo's gonna be really good.
I would agree with that. He's going to be a good player. LeBron's been in the league 15 years. He's never really played with rookies and won anything or got to the finals. No rookies have ever had an impact.
Young players, you mean?
Young guys.
Because he won't be a rookie next year.
When
obviously.
Magic talks to LeBron, what do you think LeBron's going to say about this stuff? And Magic goes, hey, LeBron, where are you on LeVar and Lonzo? What do you think, what do you think LeBron's going to say? You know him. You know LeBron as well as any journalist out there.
Yeah, but I don't know. LeBron typically doesn't like a circus unless
he's exactly
the drama. So that if it's a problem, buy Lonzo, right? I'm with you on that. If LeBron is like it's too much, the diss track, the Daz comments, all that, then of course I trade Lonzo. But if it's not,
was on FS1 yesterday and said like LiAngelo is above Paul George, like. Who wants that? Who wants that trash?
I hear you. And if it bothers LeBron, then of course you move Paul or Lonzo. But
you don't think Curry and Kevin Durant are sitting
who
there
did Michael Jordan?
laughing
Who
at the
did he win
Lakers?
his last 3 titles with?
On the Bulls, like who were his teammates?
Dennis Rodman.
Rodman was he was like a 30-year-old guy. He was a bit of a clown sideshow act.
Dennis Rodman was doing a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, now Michael Jordan controlled it enough where they could win. It's up to the team leader.
Rodman was like leading the league in rebounds.
Oh no, he was a great player. But my point is, a locker room leader, if he wants to, can control that type of stuff. Now, does LeBron want to put forth the energy to control it, or would he rather move on? I don't know.
Okay, this is great. This is great.
No, I mean, the point, I'm with you. It's
you're-
already settled.
You just made a great
if
point.
LeBron James doesn't want to play on a team with Lonzo Ball because of the rapping, the dad, whatever, then you trade him.
Yeah. What happened when Isaiah Thomas came off the injury and was like, hey, let's practice? And he's taking shots at Kevin Love. What happened like a week later? Okay.
Well,
and this Isaiah Thomas,
but
the guy who was
reports
all NBA player.
But that wasn't
I'm just saying, like,
LeBron. I mean, Dwayne Wade, first of all, is the one that triggered the talk about Kevin Love, and then Isaiah chimed in. You know, it wasn't working basketball-wise.
yeah. All right.
That's what that was.
Gun to your head, is Lonzo Ball in a Laker jersey?
Yes.
Really? I'm going to go with no.
He might not be, but, you know, gun to my head, at this
It's going to be
moment, I
such
would
a
say
good
yes.
summer. I'm so geeked about this. And what do we
Why
call
are
it?
you ducking me?
I'm not. You were the one who ducked me last week with the blister.
That was legit.
I'm not ducking you. You can't find the gym today.
You called the gymnasium and said, I don't care what you got to do.
I'm going to get my phone out.
Shut this
Look
game
at my
down.
recent calls, and you can see I didn't call no gym. And I didn't delete no. Come on.
You don't think you're going to get stomped?
I would like to play basketball.
Disrespectful
How
to
is that?
all the hoopers.
D3 star guy
look,
who likes to play basketball. Let's have fun.
I wasn't even a D3 star. I was a D3 starter.
Starter.
That's it. I wasn't even a star. But
I didn't make freshman high school basketball. D3
you never
starter.
played. That's what I'm saying. You challenging me.
I
That's
said
disrespectful.
we're friends.
Did you play lacrosse?
What?
Did you play any sport?
I've never picked up a lacrosse stick in
Did
my
you play
life.
any sport?
I will beat you in a decathlon of sports. Tennis, bowling, basketball,
what
running.
Sport, what
anything
sport
you want to do,
good at?
bring it on.
Okay, you run. You run.
Well, we can. I mean, I don't run, but I will race you if you want to race.
What do you do well in sports?
I like to think I can do any sport.
I mean, what
well.
sport have you played?
I'm a
at any
natural
high
athlete.
level?
I will play any sport. You want to? I've never picked up a lacrosse stick.
Did you play a sport in high school?
No.
But you're a natural athlete.
I will play any sport you want.
But you're a natural athlete.
Let's play tennis. Let's play golf. Let's play basketball.
Do you play tennis?
I haven't played in a year. I'll play you in tennis.
The point I'm trying to
I
make.
will play you in any sport you want.
The point I'm trying to make.
Anytime, anywhere.
If you played any high-level high school sport.
I did not.
Or, listen to me, or college sport. I would not challenge you. If you played lacrosse, if you ran track, if you played tennis at a college level, and I never played that sport, I would not challenge you and think I could beat you.
I guess
because that's respect.
I misread our friendship. I thought when you're friends with people, you play them. Hey, let's play chess. Let's play a video game. Let's play tennis. That's what you do with your friends. Chris, you play basketball.
You said you could beat me.
I never said that. Now you're making stuff up.
You said you will score.
I said I'd like to play basketball against you. I mean, that's what friends do.
All right.
You want to do a decathlon? We'll do tennis, hurdles, bowling, any other sport you think you're good at, other than basketball.
I was making an illustration that I would not challenge you if you played college sports.
Okay,
I wouldn't challenge you in that
let me
sport.
downshift. It's not a challenge. Chris, would you like to play one-on-one for fun? Better? Was that not a challenge? I know you have a busy schedule, hanging out with LaVar and Magic and Rich Paul and all your guys. Maybe you could take some time to play some ball with your boys.
Thank you for tuning in. Go to iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a comment. And we'll see you next week.